there was a strong chance that I was going to really enjoy Rustlers Rhapsody. I love westerns, I love parodies. I found this to be really, really boring. Maybe my expectations were too high, but at the same time, I feel like with this kind of thing, I'm generally easily pleased. So I don't know, I guess it could be either way. This was released in 1985. It's directed and written by Hugh Wilson, and we have a cast including Tom Berenger, G.W. Bailey, Marilu Henner. It's because of Marilu Henner that I became aware of this and wanted to watch it, but had I discovered it for any other reason, I would have watched it anyway. And it is a parody of westerns, and particularly westerns in the 30s and 40s with the singing cowboys. And the narrative is, well, not the most interesting, but I didn't need it to have a detailed narrative. We have our cowboy character, Rex, and Rex goes to this town and tries to stop bad guys doing bad things, and we basically have a bunch of kind of classic Western things. And the narrative isn't the most interesting, but when it comes to parodies, I don't really need a fascinating story. It's a bonus if it exists, but I just want comedy, I want a strong parody, and I just, for the most part, didn't feel like it was a parody. It's just a very weak Western, and it's not funny at all. And I just found it to be tremendously dull. And as I said, yes, on the one hand, maybe I was expecting something brilliant because, as I said, it really appealed to me. But at the same time, I'm really easily pleased with parodies. There are many parody films that are just the worst rated on IMDb, and I love them because as long as they're good fun, that's all I want. And this was very, very boring. No comedy at all. The Western aspect was great. Well, that being said, it was still kind of a weak Western. It wasn't as thrilling or as exciting or as gripping as a normal Western, or I guess a typical Western. There are always going to be exceptions. So it's not a good parody. It has all of the Western elements, but it's not a great Western story. The performances are very good, the costumes are good. Yes, I enjoyed watching Marilu Henner in it. And in general, all of the technical aspects are very well done. But the story is weak, which, as I said, not the biggest issue if the comedy was really strong. And it isn't. So for me, Rustlers Rhapsody didn't offer basically anything. It offered Marilu Henner, and I guess some visual delight. It was quite nice to look at. But other than that, I found it to be tremendously dull. Not much going on in the narrative that's interesting. Again, not a big deal if the parody aspect was effective, and I just don't think it is. Do I recommend it? Only if you really like westerns and you really like parodies and you want to see what it's like, because it might appeal more to you. Comedy is obviously subjective, so maybe you'll find it funnier than I did. But other than just being a western, I don't think it really hit the mark at all. Rustler's Rhapsody could have been so much better. I could have enjoyed it so much more. But unfortunately, it just wasn't very good.